Good day. This is Miss Marley Herrera de Guzman, your SDP officer in TIP Quezon City. So, welcome to the Student Development Program. So, today we're going to discuss some modules. But before that, from the whole TIP Career Center, we wish that you are all well and safety. And I hope you will learn a lot by still staying at the comfort of your own homes. Alright? Okay, so like what I've said, we're going to discuss some modules today. We're going to have three. So first is the self-awareness. Module 2 is about goal setting, and module 3 is about values development. All right. Okay, so I'll be discussing the first topic, which is the self-awareness module. Let me present my screen. Okay, so basically the aim of the Career Center, if this is your first time to hear about Career Center, the aim of the Career Center and of course the Student Development Program is to give you career education that you need and to help the TIPians to become more employable and desirable by the industry after graduation. So if you haven't heard about the TIP Career Center, just to give you a glimpse about it. So TIP Career Center is the Model Career Center in the Philippines. So it is originally in United States. So we are being trained by the USAID Stride on how to operate such center like this. So TIP Career Center now have various industry partners, and we have a lot of trainings conducting with our students, and one of those is the Student Development Program. So as early as now, as freshmen or sometimes sophomore, so we want to welcome you all from the Student Development Program, and we hope that you could get a lot from this training that you can bring in your TIP journey, and of course for your future career. Okay, so the first module is self-awareness. So our intended learning outcomes are helping the students to understand self-awareness and its importance, identify personal abilities, skills, talents, and weaknesses, help you to prepare a plan to enhance your strengths and to address your weaknesses, and demonstrate self-confidence in dealing with academic and life's challenges. So sometimes, of course, we are thinking it's very basic that self-awareness. So basically, you're gonna know what you have to be aware about yourself. But sometimes these little things, we tend to forget about this because there are many things that we need to be focused on, like our family, our studies, or even your personal concerns, right? But being self-aware would really help you as this is your core in choosing a job. So you really have to determine to assess yourself, to discover many things about yourself so that you will be able to go to the next module, which is the goal setting. All right, so that it will not be hard for you to connect it with the next module. Okay, so here, what is self-awareness? Before I discuss with you this what are written here, so let me show you a audio-visual presentation.
Being authentic requires that you first be aware that you are a creative and conscious being, a created self. Awareness is observing. It's being able to objectively watch what's happening inside of you as if it was happening to someone else. It is the observer that is in each of us. We are all born aware. As we grow, our sense of self-awareness develops and allows us to observe at a deeper level what we think, what we feel, what we say, and what we do. Consciousness is a part of your awareness that eventually branches off as it becomes shaped by the sources of influence in our everyday lives: parents, teachers, peers, and even society as a whole. It is how we normally experience ourselves and how we think we are perceived by the world around us. Being self-conscious, which is fueled by a fear of rejection, is when we make judgments about ourselves based on our own perceptions, as well as how we think we're being perceived by others. When we're being self-conscious, it's typically characterized by what we call our monkey mind, internal dialogue, or our negative self-talk. I'm not as smart as most people. I'm not good enough. I'm too fat. My nose is too big. I'm too this, I'm too that. I'm always, I never. Does any of this sound familiar? Have you ever told yourself something along those lines? Think about a situation that makes you nervous. Maybe it's giving a presentation. And if you hate giving presentations, have you ever listened to what you tell yourself before you gave one? Maybe something along the lines of, I'm not funny or witty. This is going to be a train wreck. What if someone asks a question I can't answer? You know, I'm going to look like a complete idiot if I screw this up. This is our self-critic talking. It repeats its message over and over, and it can often be meaner and harsher toward us than we've ever been towards anyone else. And once our self-critic has successfully convinced us that we are somehow subpar and less than worthwhile, we start to put measures into place to protect ourselves, to achieve, to gain approval, to seek applause, and to avoid rejection and painful situations. When we are consumed with protecting, defending, and managing how others perceive us, it gets in the way. We get in our own way of being aware and being who we really are. This keeps us from bringing our true self into relationships with others, and it keeps others from doing the same with us. The result is that nobody authentically shows up. Instead, we continue to run on autopilot and simply go through the motions. But really, who's in control? It's you. You are. You might think it's your self-critic, but it's you. And even though your self-critic will always be with you, you are the decider, and you get to control what you focus on. So by focusing on your awareness, on your observer, and watching yourself from a distance, you can make some observations. I'm being self-conscious right now. I'm feeling calm and happy. Or I'm experiencing anxiety and stress. And through these simple statements of observation, you are better equipped to choose to be your authentic self.
Alright, so going back, as you have heard about our AVP, you really have to take time to observe yourself so that you will be able to know what are your own characteristics. You can be more conscious about yourself, and so that by discovering those things about yourself, you will be able to know what are my expertise or what are my weaknesses, and from those weaknesses you will be able to correct those or improve those, and it will be easy for you to develop those things out about yourself, right? So as here, and it says that it is defined as a clear perception of your personality, including your strengths, your weaknesses, your thoughts, beliefs, motivation, and emotions. All right. So being self-aware will tell you what motivates you the most, or what are the things that make me happy, make me sad, what are my expertise. And according to Silva, it reveals that self-awareness is the regulator of emotions. So if you already know that I don't want this to happen, or I'm not really good at this, or if you know already what are the things that will make you feel bad, of course you will try to avoid that, and you will know how to control your emotions. Okay, and self-awareness affect our happiness. All right. Okay, next. So we have here the Johari window. This is very nice to know about. I believe you have learned about this way back in your grade school or in your high school. So in having this Johari window, you will know what are your characteristics that are in the open self, blind self, hidden self, or unknown self. Like for example, um, you know that you are friendly and others knows it. Okay, so they know that you are a friendly person. Okay, meaning that characteristic of yours is in an open self, information about you that both you and others know. Okay, but there are characteristics that we don't know but other people knows about it. Okay, so for example, I don't know that I am friendly. I can see myself that I am friendly, but other people knows that and can see that I am friendly. All right. So, but it can also be an in the negative side, like you don't know that you have um you've been, for example, selfish or something like that, but other knows that you are selfish. Okay, so there are positive and negative side of it. So in studying this Johari window, you will identify what are my characteristics that I know that I have, and what are the other, how the other people can view it or can see it in me. Okay, so in hidden self, of course, it's about your characteristic. You know about it, but other people doesn't know about it. Okay, so information about you that you know but others don't know. Okay, and in the unknown self, you don't know about it, and other people don't know about that characteristic of yourself. Okay, so the Johari window will make you more aware of your characteristics that you know and other people doesn't know, or they do know. Okay, all right, next. So why self-awareness is important? So psychologists believe that people who have high self-awareness are more secure than people who are not sure of their capabilities. All right. So meaning you are more, if you are aware of yourselves, you are more secure in a way that you will not tend to compare yourself to other people. So you have these security within yourselves that you are not going to look at the things that you don't have. Okay, so you are more secure about that, and it empowers you to make changes and build on your areas of strength and identify areas where you would like to make improvement. So as we become more aware of ourselves, it will help us to identify what are the things that I'm not really good at, and then by that you will now know how to what gonna be your steps to improve those things in you. Okay, and then it allows you to master your feelings, behavior, and helps you understand other people. Of course, as you master your feelings, you know how to present yourself, you know how to react. Okay, you will know how you're gonna respond towards different situation, or people that surrounds you. Okay, so that's how you will know how they perceive you, your attitude, and your responses to them in the moment. Okay, and then number 4, it is often the first step to goal setting. So like what I've said, the first thing that you need to do for you to um, go through the journey of career planning or career education, you have to get to know yourself first. Okay, so that you will not be confused, or you will not. It will be easier for you to plot what your goals are. Okay, so if you will think like I think I'm good at um, I'm good in arts. Okay, so by that you will see that what are the possible jobs having this kind of skill, diba? What are the job related to that kind of skill? So you can really it can really help you having being more aware of yourself will help you to goal setting. Okay. So how would you like to see yourself? Do you want to see yourself being a loser or always thinking about negative things, thinking about the capabilities or skills that you don't have, or trying to become or trying to think like a winner. Okay, so trying to see yourself like a winner, that even if there are many things that I still need to improve on about myself, I'm really willing to learn and explore and listen to the experts. Okay, so you try to motivate yourself and look at the brighter side, or what have Catriona said, try to look at the silver lining. So you try to um, focus on what you can do, and then of course on the things that you cannot do, you try to improve that. All right. Okay, so what matters most is how you see yourself. So if you will not believe in yourself, who do you think should believe in you? Diba? So you have to start it within yourselves, that you have to believe in yourself, that maybe right now I'm still studying, I'm like a kitten that who needs a lot of opportunities, a lot of learning. But then I know one day, as I see myself that I'm a winner, one day I'm going to build myself to a more to a stronger me, and with a lot of dreams that you gonna achieve. All right. Okay, so there are foundation and self-awareness. So first is the personality. That's who you are. So you have to know what are your personalities. So you will be more aware of yourself, and strengths. What are the things that you are really good at aside from the characteristics or your personality? What are your skills? Okay, and then, what are your weaknesses? What are your limits? Of course, every one of us would have our own weakness or weaknesses. So you try to identify what are those. So after that, like what I've said, that will be your points to improve on. Okay, and then self-image, how you see yourself, how you visualize yourself after some years. Okay, and then beliefs. This is what you think, and choices, what you do. This is your decision. And association, how you associate yourself with others, and perception of others. Okay, so perception of others might be true or not true, but then it will help you to become more aware that if that's what they think, maybe I should be careful on my responses. I should be careful on what I say or what I do. Okay, so you just try to look at it in a positive way and a helpful way. Okay, so we have this activity, this personal inventory. So I hope you try to answer it by yourselves. But I think it's still part of our homework later. But you try to answer. I am the happiest when. Okay, what I like to do the most is I often wish the best thing that ever happened to me was at my school. I want to. What are the things that you still want to do? What I need most is, what I want more is, if I could be someone else, I'd rather what. Okay, so you try to do this activity at your home while you're listening right now, so that it will help you identify what are the things that makes me happy, or what are my dreams, what are the things that I still want to do. All right, so it will help you to know more about yourself. And here, and what prevents you to grow in life, there are limits and limitations. Of course, you have to accept that we are not perfect, and there are many limits and limitations around us. Okay, so limits, the difference is in limits, when we call or when we say limits, those are the physical impossibilities in a person. Like for example, you cannot go to certain places because you cannot walk. Okay, there's something wrong with your feet, or for example, You cannot work yet because you're too young and you're still studying, or maybe you're underage. They cannot accept you because you are not in the legal age yet. So there are physical impossibilities in a person. And when we say limitations, those are psychological barriers. So meaning there are feelings of inadequacy, feeling of unworthiness, believing one will fail. And of course, they will do fail. If you believe that I can't do it, I think I'm going to fail. If you think like that, of course, that will happen, diba? So you have to um, you have to gain a lot of motivation, and you really have to believe in yourself. Sometimes what makes these limitations enter in our mind because of some mistakes in the past, or you are afraid of um, someone will get fun of you, or will make fun of you, or you are afraid to be judged. So there are many things that make this limitation works in us, but again, those are psychological. So you have to keep your mind open to learnings, and try to still believe that even if you will commit mistakes, still those are points to improve one day. Okay, and then here what will hinder you in bringing the best in you. Okay, so you try to it will prevent you to master your own feelings, behavior, and actions, which is your first step in goal setting. Okay, so if something is trying to stop you from bringing the best in you, you try to drop it and face the reality that there are still around it that you still need to learn. Okay, so you try to drop those hindrances, and um, be more um, be stronger to take those challenges. Okay, and then restrict you from getting what you want out of life. Okay, so those limitations, those limits will just restrict you from getting what you want out of your life. So I believe from entering college, you have a lot of dreams, or you have a lot of desires that you want to get after college. So you have you try to go on with that dream, and don't let limits or limitations restrict you from getting what you want out of life. Okay, so there are ways to develop yourself. Of course, I'm going to show you this ABP.
Be more self-aware. 5 ways to improve your self-awareness. Who are you? Do you really know yourself? Many people think that they do, but it's best to look around and rethink that. Truly getting to know yourself is the only way to change your actions so that you can grow. Hi, my name is Joy, and today I'll show you how 5 simple habits can take you on a self-discovery journey that will change your direction in life. Ready? Let's go! A clear understanding of who you are is called self-awareness. That includes your personality and behavior, your strengths and weaknesses, your beliefs and motivations. And self-awareness is the beginning of the life that you want. The journey of becoming self-aware transforms the way you think and feel, boosting your emotional intelligence. From there, you can easily pinpoint your passions, take control of your actions, and make the necessary changes to get the outcomes you desire. What's more, it becomes easier to understand other people and how they perceive you in return. So, what you should keep in mind is that self-awareness makes you the master of your own future, which means a happier and more successful life. Self-awareness is crucial to pretty much everything. You're a leader? Self-awareness shapes a strong character with the ability to lead with purpose, trust, and consideration, a creator of a more supportive business culture. If you're a social worker, you have to be aware of your own biases when dealing with clients so that you treat everyone equally. Self-awareness is also an essential part of counseling or nursing. You can even find it at school. When teachers work with students to train them to reflect and evaluate themselves, students become more self-reliant, productive, and flexible. Do you see how important self-awareness truly is? Then let me tell you how you can become a more self-aware version of you. 1. Look at yourself objectively by performing daily self-reflection. Trying to see your real self can be a very difficult process, but it can also be extremely rewarding. That's how you learn to accept and improve yourself in the future. So, what is an easy way to get started with this? First, write out the things that you're good at, that you need to improve, and the things that you're most proud of. Also, think about your childhood and what made you happy back then. What changed and why? Finally, set aside some time to honestly look at yourself as a person and a leader. If possible, do it daily. In our demanding business world, daily self-reflection is easier said than done, but committing to just 15 minutes in a quiet place every day already makes a world of difference. Self-reflection is most effective with the help of a little tool, and that is 2. Keep a journal. Grab a journal and write anything. When you put your thoughts down on paper, your mind becomes clearer and more open to new information and ideas. Every night, write in your journal your feelings, successes, and failures of the day. This will help you grow and move forward in your achievements. As you self-reflect, ask yourself, can I do more to help the people around me? What are my values? What is most important to me right now? 3. Practice meditation and other mindfulness habits. Meditation is the practice of improving your mindful awareness. It's a moment of peaceful reflection that will help you find greater clarity. During your meditations, you may come up with questions like, what is your goal? What are you doing that is working? What are you doing that is holding you back? How can you change your process for the better? Most types of meditation focus on the breath, but it doesn't have to be formal. You're already meditating when carrying out everyday tasks that give you a sense of serenity, such as washing dishes, going for a run, or going to church. 4. Take personality and psychometric tests. Personality and psychometric tests, such as the Myers-Briggs test or the predictive index, help you understand what traits you have. And hey, there's no right or wrong solutions to these tests. Instead, your answers will show you a set of characteristics that closely describe you relative to other people. 5. Ask for feedback at home and at work. How are we supposed to know what other people think of us? We have to listen to the observations of our peers and mentors and let them play the role of an honest mirror. Tell your friends you're looking for open and critical perspectives. Make sure they know that they are helping, not hurting you. Allow them to feel safe to confess their views. Share your concerns about your behavior and ask friends to warn you when your bad habits show up. For example, if you know you tend to one-up people when they're telling stories, have your friends discreetly let you know so you can stop. At work, get feedback. If your company doesn't provide a formal way to do this, try to implement one. A constructive and well-done feedback allows us to self-reflect on our own rights and wrongs. Once it's done, write down your main takeaways, any surprising strengths and weaknesses that you did not realize you had before. So, what do you think? Can you commit to at least a couple of those habits? Yes, this process takes time and effort. Self-discovery may take years and input from many people around you, but this journey shows you a whole new perspective on life. Besides, these habits can effectively improve your relationship with yourself and others. Well, how do you really see yourself? How do you become a self-aware person?
I hope you have enjoyed the video clip. So as it is being said, being self-aware or knowing more about yourself needs a lot of time and effort for you to really identify the things that makes the whole you, your personality, your strengths, your weakness, and many things about yourself that will enable you to know what you should do in different situation, and what will be your response to different people or different situation as well. All right, so there are many ways to develop ourselves. Number one, be responsible for your actions. Okay, so you try to of course, maturity takes a lot of time to for us to be really mature on what we are doing. So we have to think what would be the possible consequences on whatever we are going to do. Avoid negative people, because being with the negative people around you will really pull you to that kind of negativity as well. So as much as possible, you try to think of positive things, think of a more motivational or inspiration. You try to talk with people who can really help you with, especially with your academics and of course with your personal life. All right. Read autobiography of successful people so that you will be really motivated how they get there from rags to riches story. Attend seminars, workshops, and join community organizations just like this. As attending and trainings like this will also help you and will enable you to explore more about many things, and balance your time between your personal and academic. Of course, I know you're all focused in your academics right now, but of course, still try to give time for yourself. Okay, so try to meditate. Just being said in the ADT, have time for yourself to identify to discover more about yourself. What do you really want? What are things that makes me happy and makes me sad? And of course try to offer help to people. Okay, so you can really discover a lot from yourselves. Just take the time, and of course it will not happen overnight. That's why we are discussing this with you guys as early as now, as your first year in PIP, so that you will become more aware about the things that you're going to do and you're planning to do in the future. And it will help you to develop more. So I really suggest that you do join some organizations, even online right now, because of course we cannot do the traditional way that we were going to we're going to join organizations, and we're gonna do a lot of activities outside. But as of now, what I think what we can do is to join some online organizations that can really help us towards our interest, our program right now, and you're gonna be talking to some experts or higher years, diba? So they can really help you. Okay. All right, so I think that's it for our self-awareness. I hope in this module you are able to open your eyes or your mind, that there are things that I still need to know about myself. Okay, and this is very important as you prepare for your career in the future. So I hope along the way, as you stay in PIP, I hope you will be able to discover more about yourselves, about your strengths and weaknesses, so that you will be conscious on what you do. You will help. It will also help you in decision making, and it will help you to control your emotion as well. Okay, so I think that's it for our self-awareness module. And of course, for our learning activity, for the Who Am I learning activity, you may refer to the SDP workbook that will be deployed through this canvas. So make sure that you will complete all of those, because it will be graded by your facilitators. All right, so I think that's it, and thank you very much for having this student development program module 1, self-awareness. Okay, see you up to the next modules. Thank you. Bye.